R.
3Z3R.
18WA.
18WA. There you go. We will begin. There's Judas. He starts with Judas's knife, as you can see. 3Z3R, 18WA. Alright. How you doing, Nick? We can finally have a conversation now.
Well, Chad just missed all that great stuff about fruit that we were talking about.
Well, I was eating watermelon, and as I am wont to do...
You made me guess what he was eating by the slurping sounds that he was making. I'm not
and this jabroni told me that it was a noodle bowl.
Yeah, because it was slurpy sounding, and then he tells me it's watermelon. I'm like, hey, it makes a lot of sense. It's juicy like a noodle bowl.
Juicy like a noodle bowl. Okay, pardon me. I've also got to get Moobot up here. I'm a little bit behind the times here today. Did you know watermelon contains like arginine? Wait, well, it contains something your body converts to arginine, making it dilate your blood vessels. It's known as nature's Viagra.
Really?
Yes, this is true.
I can't believe I've never heard that, if that's actually true.
That's true, man!
Okay.
Look it up. You think I would lie to you about watermelon? I was just looking it up. Did you know that pineapple, another fruit you asked me about, in a 100-gram serving contains 44% of your daily recommended amount of manganese, but apart from that, not really any appreciable nutritional benefit.
I thought it was very high in vitamin C.
Might be vitamin D, I can't remember, but it was mostly the manganese.
Well, apparently the watermelon hooks up your vitamin D.
This is very true.
Has Juicy Like a Noodle Bowl subscribed yet? Because I want to shout.
It's a good name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Juicy Like a Noodle Bowl. I thought Viagra was nature's Viagra. Where are you finding Viagra growing free in the world?
The wild Viagra bush.
Pfizer is going to be furious.
South Africa.
Wow.
What?
No matter what country you chose, that would have been offensive. But I have to imagine that that was maybe not the least offensive one you possibly could have gone with.
I don't know why it's offensive, really.
If you're
just
gonna
the geolocation of a Viagra bush, it's not a big deal.
If you say so, man.
I want the freaking piercing shots.
GlaxoSmithKline's gonna be all over your ass.
Josh Smith Klein is probably gonna be all over my ass.
Josh Smith Kline. What a great name for a fictional character. Yeah, there you go. Dick Pills will be furious. This is precisely true.
I'd rather have dick pills than dick hammers.
All I know about pineapples is that the enzymes therein remove your fingerprints. Well, is that true?
Pineapples have some really interesting uses that I'd never thought about.
I've never seen that on CSI, but it might be true. Whoa.
CSI's always right.
Oh, apparently Twitch must have issued an update. Because now people are like, whoa, is this 60 FPS? I guess mobile now has 60 FPS capabilities, maybe?
And they can whisper to people.
Yeah, what's up with whispering, man?
You can do /W, and then you can send private messages to each other right from chat.
You guys think you're the Yin-Yang twins? The Yin-Yang twins?
No. What does that even mean?
You know, they did that song, the Whisper song.
Oh.
It was in 2004, the Ciara
I thought it was the Whistle
era.
song. I had it backward in my head.
It's not
That's
the
a different
Whistle song, Nick. It's not the Whistle song.
We're not getting that, the tears, are we?
That's the Andy Griffith theme song. That was not piercing shots. When you said it was piercing shots, you freaked me out. Spectral tears? What do we care about spectral tears?
I like them.
They're really bad, and they make it worse.
Alright.
They make you run worse.
Thank you, Pierian Black, for 3 months in a row of subscription. Much appreciated.
Karen Black?
No, Pierian Black.
Oh,
First of the day.
Karen Black was the love interest.
Becca Black's mother.
Well, it's possible. I can't verify or deny that, but she also played the love interest in the Indiana Jones movies.
Oh.
The first ones, anyway.
Some pretty classic films, I'd say.
Some of them, yeah.
Mostly the more recent one.
I got nothing against... You know what's great for me to see, man? Is people being like, whoa, I'm a little scared for how Jurassic World is going to be because it looks like shit and there haven't been any reviews yet. Then reviews came out, it's got like a 68 on Rotten Tomatoes, and people are going, wow, that's pretty good. You know what Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull has on Rotten Tomatoes?
72.
It's got like a 78, something in there. Better than Jurassic World is currently sitting at, and people are using that as a metric for, oh, this is going to be good.
Right.
You know what it is? Maybe Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull isn't actually as bad as people are trying to give it anti-credit for, man. As I have been saying for years. For years I've been, using this position.
Have you really?
Very much so, yes.
Maybe a
I know we've
subscriber.
talked about it a lot. I felt like you were kind of like not that enthusiastic.
I'm not in love with that movie, but I think it's better than it gets credit for. Raven LB, thank you for the subscription, by the way.
Wait, so did you come to my defense then when I said the whole aliens thing isn't that big of a deal?
What do you mean by the whole aliens thing? You said you did not like aliens?
No, the whole aliens thing in Indiana Jones.
Oh. I haven't seen that crossover yet.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was like, you know, you got a movie that's, you know, it deals with like eternal life and people's faces getting melted off by like, you know, ancient artifacts. Like, an alien in my Indiana Jones movie? Like, I agree that that is a fallacious argument in my opinion.
Like, if it's a holy artifact, for some reason, that's excusable, but if it's alien, that's not.
Oh, chat's
I
real
don't
mad
understand the difference.
about the, not only about my Indiana Jonesism, but also about the way that I did not take all the deals that I should have taken.
Oh, 9 lives. I'm in. Let's do this. 9 lives. Always love that item.
Chat!
Thank you, Poo 21 months in a row!
Chat is so mad, and the results of the situation make it so they should not be angry at all. Even though it could have been better, the results of this situation are still hilarious. Like, I don't even want to tell you what's going on, Nick, but it's really funny.
Suicide solution, it's still open. You did something with the devil room, clearly.
Right, yeah. When you get the deal with the devil, make sure you take your time and figure out, you know, the way you're going to choose to approach it. But you're probably going to be fine either way.
All right.
If I had to guess, I think you probably got a really good chance of coming out on the other side alive.
Did you have 9 lives? Because that usually changes a lot about
Oh,
it.
yes, I do have 9 lives. Nick, thank you for asking.
I guess I'll fight the boss first since I still have a spirit heart left.
Rohan demands a sacrifice. You can still take them. Yo, chat, it's not... You gotta relax, baby. Having money ain't everything not having it is. Didn't you ever hear about Kanye West? Haven't you ever
heard about Kanye West.
Have you heard about Kanye West? Have you heard of the... Kevin, have you heard about this Kanye West guy? That was my Jay Leno impression, apparently. Don't ask.
Do I want Humbling Bundle or Black Candle? They're both pretty good.
My suggestion, if you haven't done some of the floor, is take Humbling Bundle and then all penny drops will be duplicated over the rest of the floor.
Yeah, I did the whole floor already. I'm gonna take Black Candle. Just because I hate curses.
That's...
Oh, I forgot it gave me a half a heart or a spirit heart.
Was Shannon actually asking me to, like... You want me to walk into, like, some of these fires and take that shit? I guess I'll try. Can I... Is there still fire remaining, or did I shoot it all?
Wow, that was a really easy boss fight.
Yeah, man.
Alright, we don't have rerolls. So let's go see what the devil's got. Oh, I get it now.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I see what your issue was.
What was my issue, Nick? Why don't
Well,
you tell
you
me what
got-
the fuck my issue
You
was?
very likely had 1 red heart, and there's all of these items here.
Correct, yes.
So... I obviously want the pact. I have 1 red heart. They're all gonna give me spirit hearts one way or the other, though. I want all of them.
Okay, yes, this is correct.
How do I get all of these with 1 red heart? Let's just see what happens.
Chat, this method is really fucking me out of boss
No.
rush. I gotta admit.
No, I did it wrong.
You think so?
How do I get more red hearts?
Well, there's ways to make it happen. Are there not?
I don't know, I have the black candle, so I can think about it for a minute. Did I not go in the curse room? I'm not good at the devil room conundrum. I get this puzzle every now and then. I look at it, I'm like, I have no idea what to do here.
In the what room?
The devil room? Oh, 2 more black hearts. Okay.
Why is chat? Oh, chat's so mad.
Are they mad at me now?
No, they're like furious at me because the way that I did my deal with the devil puzzle cost me It cost me 3 black hearts, and by it cost me that I mean it cost me 1 black heart. But we're still going to win 100% without a doubt. Chad, if you think this is a throw, you're gonna love some of the upcoming videos. That's all I can say about that.
I think the solution at this point is I have to kill myself, but do I even want to, considering I have this many hearts?
Yes.
For ceremonial robes and Guppy's paw, is that worth it?
Kill yourself and get the 3 HP from Guppy's paw. Okay, that is just like, you're all about coulda, not shoulda. 1 life might be worth more than the 1 difference in Spirit Heart there. That's just like, congratulations, you did solve the potentiality of that math problem, but it doesn't necessarily carry value.
Well, I'm gonna get more back just from going to get ceremonial robes. Alright, let's do it. I really should have not picked up more hearts, but I wasn't thinking.
You probably will not care by the end of the floor, is my assumption. I think you'll probably be relatively pleased with your situation either way. But it is, you know, it's debatable. I might be incorrect in that assumption.
Makes me happy I took Black Candle.
Why is that?
Oh wait, that doesn't do what I thought it did. Never mind.
What did you think that Black Candle did?
I don't know, for some reason I thought it kept the Devil Room open, but that's Book of Belial.
Yeah, that's Book of... I was admittedly also a little confused about that. I was like, whoa, well, I guess it can only take one thing because the deal with the devil won't be open after I leave. But it,
God damn it, I still did the other wrong order.
You did ceremonial robes first?
Oh, fuck it. I don't care about Guppy's Paw that much.
Dude, you gotta get Guppy's Paw.
Why?
Guppy's Paw, first off, was the first one that I took in there. So, I'm already thinking... I did
it in the worst possible
I'm already thinking you're a silly vanilli, but... you'll probably want Guppy's Paw.
But now I'm throwing away all the hearts I got from the ceremonial robes.
Yeah, but when you pick up... Oh, because you picked up the pact first, right. Well, when you get Guppy's Paw, you could then just use it once and have 3 spirit hearts anyway. Plus, you'll have Guppy's Paw.
What I need to do is look at what order makes sense to me to do it in that order, then do the opposite.
It's possible.
That's usually how I'll solve
I guess, but I think you're alright, man. I don't think you have to worry about it. You're gonna find yourself enjoying the situation, I think.
Nope, I'm not.
What happened?
When I died, I, the Devil Room closed.
What?
I had Guppy's Paw.
Oh my... Nick.
I should have just kept going.
Turn in your badge and your gun. Because you are fucking... You are off the force.
I'm fired.
You lost Book of Belial in there. But you did get Guppy's Paw, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I'm happy
to turn it into Spirit Hearts now.
I'm happy to hear that you got Guppy's Paw. And in a way, I'm glad that somebody fucked it up worse than I did. But that is actually hilarious.
I can't let Cobalt know about this. He's gonna uninvite me from the Balls of Steel thing.
We can never tell him.
Please, don't, chat, don't tell Cobalt I did this, please. He probably won't even talk to me again after that. Nick, you're on hard mode now. Yeah, I bet I am.
Oh, man. That's what you get for not taking Guppy's Paw first, man. The best item available. You had 9 lives, dog. Have you abandoned second floor yet?
What do you mean abandoned?
Have you finished
yeah, I
it?
went down. I went down.
Did you get Guppy's tail?
No.
There was a Guppy's tail available, man.
Who cares?
What have you done? You broke the seed.
I'm not here anymore.
Did you go into the mob trap room?
I don't know.
Oh, Nick.
I'm despondent at this point.
You probably should be, to be honest with you. That is remarkable. So you got 2 out of the 3 items, lost Book of Belial, and did not become Guppy.
No, I got all 3 of the items.
Oh, that's true.
I lost Book of Belial.
You did get all 3 of the items.
And look at this, Mentos Man 8 still resubscribes to me for 9 months in a row,
nice.
even despite all of that stupidity. Now that's a true friend.
Oh, it was Guppy's head, not Guppy's tail, Nick. Does that change your...
Well, it makes me sadder, because I like that item better.
It's probably better than Guppy's Paw. I'll give you that one. The fucking throws, man. I mean, it's probably still pretty good. Like, you're still in a pretty good situation. You picked up the pact and ceremonial robes. You got Guppy's Paw, which is not a bad thing, and you got 1 Guppy item.
I just mitigated all of the bonuses except for the damage from both those other 2 items.
Within the context of the possible solutions to that problem, it's pretty bad. But within the context of just Isaac Rebirth in general, you got a pretty good run going there.
It may be... Is it the worst possible way I could have done that?
You could have...
It is, right?
You could have literally taken nothing from the deal with the devil, which, I mean...
And then got an angel precedent and then seen where that takes me.
Yeah, which probably would have been
interesting.
Worse. I don't know, that's debatable.
There would be less laughing at me right now, I think.
Probably. People would just be like, this guy's crazy, but...
Go the wild card way. People want to see you play Zany. Maybe I can play Zany, too.
You can be Mr. Zany if you want to. Just, normally people go to, like, proficiency and then they become Zany, but you can just skip right past the proficiency part like I did.
Well, yeah, you said in your video the other day, like, people don't watch you for proficiency, they watch you for weird.
People want me to lose.
And then they rieted when you tried to play too seriously.
It's
but
very
then they
true.
still riot when you play not seriously.
Yeah, but it's like controllable riots. I mean, the whole world is just in a state of simmering riot at any given basis. Like, you spend time on Twitter, people are just angry all the time about everything.
I have
so.
tonight. Hey, thank you to Hired Help, NL Panic Broadcaster, and QBD Theory. All of you. It was 3 and 5 months on NLP and QBD.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
Chat, you are rioting like crazy right now. We don't even have any Rohan-ness going on.
Yeah, they just want Rohan meta right now.
After our stream on Monday, I hosted Kate, and the whole chat was just talking about Rohan the whole time. And she's like, what in the fuck is even... Because I don't even think she watched, so she's like, I have no idea what's going on here at all.
Did it make her angry, or was she like kind of into it?
I think she was kind of okay with it, so
Alright, cool.
That's good.
Nick, this is proof you're the worst Isaac content creator. Yeah, I know, right?
Well, if it makes
Somebody
you...
actually posted that in my chat one time. Like, is Nick the worst Isaac content creator?
If it makes you feel any better, I have lost the Book of Belial as well.
I thought you were gonna say you've lost the streak.
No, I wouldn't tell people if I
You wouldn't
had.
tell that. You would tell me though, I hope.
If you asked, I guess.
So that way I know I don't have to watch your videos anymore.
You never asked on Monday. You were like, you can tell me. And I was like, well, if you want to know. And then
Yeah,
you
I
just...
forgot. I went to play Clicker Heroes for a while, and you know.
I think you
know,
might...
active.
And I don't mean this as an insult to either you or incremental games as a genre, but I think you're the only person I know who plays incremental games not in the background of other stuff. Everybody, like, I always see people playing, like, Adventure Capitalist and Clicker Heroes on Steam, but they're queuing up for, like, a Dota match or something like that.
I don't have Dota. This is the main event.
You're doing it. That's the ticket right there. That's the heavyweight bout.
You gotta give it your full attention, because the clicking is not a thing you can take lightly.
Apparently, yeah. The Ninja Ketu, thank you very much for the subscription. Apparently it's crackling hardcore. That's it. That's just XSplit, baby. It'll go away. Or I will.
I think probably XSplit will outlive you. I hate to say it.
Oh, that was not very smart on my part. I can't believe that it keeps getting worse, like, as a program.
How does that even happen?
I don't know, man. It's like they're issuing hotfixes that just make it awful.
Stop that.
I don't get it,
Whoever's
man.
responsible, just please stop.
It might be, you know, my hardware's starting to get old as well. If you ever have any problem with your computer, just buy a new one. That's what I always say.
I usually do. I expect it to give me 2 years at least.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like 3... It's getting up there. It's like 3 1/4 right now, so it's almost 3 1/2.
I'm not throw it in the cart. It's trash. Just chuck it out.
Is Nick... Oh, how far is Nick in Clicker Heroes? Is it like it's a linear story-based thing?
Baby,
Yeah.
subscribe.
Well, kind of. There's a path.
Okay.
I'm in the Endless Valley after Frostleaf, trying to get to the next one that's 10,000 U. I have like 70 hero souls, and I've got like 30 on the next ascension, but I've just been gripping it and ripping it for days, trying to just get to that next hero.
Well, on that note, Willie Van Kerr 69, thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate it a great deal.
You're welcome. Can't wait to play Duck Game.
Yeah, for the first time, it's pretty good, Nick. I'm going to spoil it for you. It's a
I
fun
hope
game.
the online works today.
Yeah, you know, hopefully the Duck Game servers are on.
I hope they're up today.
Hopefully the facility in Malta has paid their rent today so we can play Duck Game.
Sorry, Adult Swim Games. I'm just very bad at everything.
I want these. So I'm not going to use this item yet, chat, because I don't want to ruin my chance to pick up the Polaroid, which would be bad for business.
Pretty happy I have chocolate milk right now, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, chocolate milk is really good. The Pact is really good. Ceremonial Robes is pretty good. Being Guppy is also pretty dope. I'm a big fan of that. I also have the world's greatest trinket.
You got Cancer or you got the Curved Horn?
I got Curved Horn. I like them both, but I think I'd go for the Curved Horn in that contest.
Depends if you got a ton of damage already.
Oh man, this is a good one. On Boss Rush, would you take Triple Shot, D4, or Tech Point 5?
What's the argument for D4?
It's funny.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take.
That's all you got there.
I think I'm gonna take Tech Point 5.
I would have gone Triple Shot.
My
Well, it
thinking
depends on your speed, your fire speed.
My thinking is with me, I already have a zany spacebar item that I can use to do zany things. And just repeat the chest basically endlessly if I want to, so I think this is more fun. And Tech Point 5 I think is going to be better damage than the Triple Shot, because I'm going to be charging anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not going to go out of the boss rush room if I can just kill all the bosses and make them taste my poo and then feel bad about it.
When do you make the decision to crunch one of your red hearts for spirit hearts? Where's usually the threshold for that?
If you have to do it to protect your deal with the devil chances, you can do it. Otherwise, I wait until the late game, because it's usually better to use a red heart to get a deal with the devil than it is to just get 3 spirit hearts.
Yeah, if I had the Book of Belial, I wouldn't have that issue.
Yeah.
Those
Or
were
if
the
you
days.
had Humbling Bundle, you'd probably financially be fine and you just buy a spirit heart.
Well, there's options at least. I like that.
That's a good one. I got that one as well. I was a big fan. I missed like one whole floor, so like I'm doing boss rush because I want to do boss rush. I'm not teleporting out, you freaking savages. I want to get that second item.
Oh, did you get an Ayamera room?
No, I could though. Oh, but yes, sorry.
You said you missed a whole floor.
That is how I skipped that floor. Yeah, I got an Ayamera room on my first teleport out. I was like, there's items on this run that I will be interested to see if you get like Stigmata. If you get Stigmata, then we've learned something about the way that seeds work here.
I would like Stigmata. That's a really nice damage upgrade.
It's like, it's a decent damage upgrade.
It's a multiplier, isn't it?
It's not a multiplier. It's just 0.3.
No?
It makes your tiers red though. It gives you the Clifford tiers.
That's why, because I always think the red tiers mean that they're substantially more damaging, and I don't think they are.
Yeah, some of them are just visual effects. I think there is a weak correlation, but it's somewhat misleading, I think.
Maybe in vanilla they meant they were way more damaging?
In vanilla, I think the correlation was actually less strong.
Oh.
Weirdly enough.
I don't know where I got that from. Unknown. Okay, I see what you're getting at now.
It's not unknown, Nick. It's undefined. This is two different things. You're gonna get a null pointer exception like that, man.
Unhonorable.
It's not a damage multiplier. It's a damage markiplier.
I knew that was coming.
It's not a chip. It's not a cracker. It's a crisper. I forgot that you guys don't have those though.
I used my telepills.
Oh, good.
Did not remove me from the floor.
Alright, well that's unfortunate, I guess.
What I should have done is use it in this curse room.
Yeah?
That would have been smarter.
You do what you gotta do, basically.
I am.
I'm very glad to hear that, then. You do what you gotta do, Nick. I'm gonna be picking up these black hearts and trying to figure out a way to start an Azazel run without showing off what my streak is or isn't at.
Oh, I don't like this boss. This guy's not going to give me a helpful item.
Who is it?
Chad.
Oh, I fought that guy. I'm interested to find out which boss I did not fight, though.
Alright, Pentagram.
That's really good, man!
That was from the Devil Room.
Yeah, of course.
And caffeine pill, I guess? Yeah.
Caffeine pill.
There's options gave me the 2.
Oh, right. I think you got there's options earlier than I did, because I fought the boss first.
This is a weird run.
This is a strange run, but after the last one that I recorded, I'm having a great time. I will continue to just be vague. regarding.
I'm just hanging on by the seat of my butt just because I'm so bad that it led me to be worse later on.
You know, it is really nice to have Guppy. Like, from the first floor, second floor.
I had the option for Lord of the Pit just then. I wouldn't have even needed to consider that if I was Guppy.
Right. Did you take it?
I did not.
Oh, baby, a subscriber. Josh Hyman. Thank you very much for the subscription. I hope that's not your real last name, or do I hope that it is your real last name?
I hope it's his real last name.
I hope you're happy with it either way, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You play any video games, Nick?
Clicker Heroes a lot.
Just Clicker Heroes, huh?
I brought back Indie Impressions today.
Oh, that's cool.
Drifter.
Yeah, Drifter. I know that. It's the space one made by Celsius Game Studios.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a weird, walk around a desert game.
Well, then someone's gonna have some litigating to do.
Probably not, because it's not a very big deal and no one's charging for it.
I don't know. That's the worst kind of treachery in many parts of the world.
It's okay.
It's a shame it's not Drifter by Celsius Game Studios, because then it gives me the opportunity to say, hey, do you know they're Canadian?
I really am starting to think everybody's Canadian now.
You're gonna find out.
Why can't I be Canadian?
You could literally be Canadian.
Takes a lot more work than I think I'm willing to put in right now.
Well, then that shows that I don't think you really want to be Canadian, Nick.
Oh, baby,
if you're not willing to put on the base level of work to go through the immigration
Wait, do
standards.
I have to learn French?
No, I don't believe so. I think you pretty much just need to learn, like, the year that Confederation was. Well, you need to, like, get approved for immigration, and then you take, like, the test to actually become a citizen.
Alright, if I don't have to learn French, maybe I'm down for it.
King Puddington, thank you for the subscription as well. That's what, like, everyone... Whenever there's a conversation about, like, American citizenship, they're like, well, to pass the American citizenship test, you need to know more about America than I do. That's, like, that's a really good thing, because if someone's not willing to go through, like, 20 hours of studying to change their country of, like, residence and citizenship, maybe they don't want it bad enough.
I don't want to learn French. Sorry.
I do not believe that you need to know French. In order to...
No offense meant to anyone who is like a native French speaker.
Of course, yeah.
That's
like
a
lot of work
hours for me to do that.
I do not believe you need to know French in order to pass a Canadian citizenship test.
Have you ever seen your birth certificate? You may already be Canadian. I have, in fact, and I'm not.
To be honest with you, and I don't mean this to sound offensive, but you probably don't even need to be that fluent in English to become a Canadian citizen.
I feel like I got the English part pretty much locked down at this point.
That's true. You know, I'm just saying if you regress, you probably still have a chance.
Oh, yeah. I may actually regress, so that's good to know.
It's possible. It happens, man.
I feel like it happens to me on occasion.
NL, do you speak French? Un petit peu. Chogum. That's Korean for a little bit.
Ein bisschen. That's German for a little bit.
Yeah? A little bit. That's English for a little bit.
Oh. Hey, it's Guppy's head. I missed you, buddy.
There you go.
Found it in a random golden chest.
Dread Durst. Thank you for the resubscription, man.
When did I become Guppy?
You must have gotten Guppy's head, man.
What is... Oh, the 9 lives. I forgot about the 9 lives. Right. Duh. Cool. I'm Guppy, finally.
That's good news. I would recommend it most of the time. Seems to be pretty... You know, it correlates well with winning, I find. Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I should crunch this last red heart. I got 1 and 3.5.
Nick, I got an honest question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that watermelon is the best fruit? Let's say, is it the tastiest fruit? Because there's times when I'd rather eat like a banana than a watermelon out of convenience, without a doubt. Because, like, it's an annoying food to prepare.
What is the actual metric we're deciding this by?
Tastiest fruit.
I absolutely believe pineapple is the tastiest fruit.
Alright, okay. I could go with you there.
I almost always will eat a pineapple if it's in front of me, or a piece of pineapple.
That's fair enough. I'm not a huge... I mean, actually, that's not fair. I love pineapple. But it's one of those things where it's like you can't eat too much of it, or... kind of like the chemical balance in your mouth gets upset, right?
It's a little abrasive, but I don't think I have enough of a problem with it that I wouldn't eat it still.
I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go watermelon, honestly. I think I could.
The taste is fine, but the amount of work involved is just too much.
Let's assume that somebody else prepared an infinite supply of readily consumable watermelon.
I get tired of the taste faster than with pineapple.
You get tired of the taste of watermelon. I would not have. You're not wrong. I would not have expected that.
I mean, since it's my opinion, I didn't think I was wrong.
Exactly. I just wanted to clarify. I'm not coming at you from that perspective of
right.
like you're objectively incorrect. I'm just. If someone prepared an infinite amount of like every fruit for me in a very consumable fashion, I would probably take watermelon.
Spirit of the Night or Guppy's Hairball when I already have flying.
Invisible airways crackle with life. Spirit of the Night substantially better than the hairball.
Thank you, Sneaky Columbus, for 5 months in a row.
That was Spirit of Radio by Rush.
I know. Sacrificial Dagger. Or Brother Bobby.
Sacrificial Dagger. Do you actually have all these choices, or is this just like the easiest game would you rather of all time?
I was just looking at it being like, hey, do I want to just keep a heart? But I didn't.
Who's this scumbag? Tomatoes are my favorite fruit. Come on. Watermelon isn't a fruit, it's a melon. Son, how many pots have you smoking today?
How many pots have you smoking today?
That's a good question.
That way. What's your top 3 then, if you're gonna go
that's
as
tough,
watermelon?
man. I think pineapple could be up there. Man, this is like the worst chest. I think pineapple could be up there.
I hope it is.
Like a nice ripe mango.
Oh, mango is gonna be mine too.
I don't want like those mangoes that are like the same texture and like hardness as potatoes.
Of course you don't. Who wants those?
But if I can get like a nice, if I guarantee that all my mangoes would be ripe, mangoes would be in there for sure.
Does an avocado count as a fruit?
Dude, you're gonna eat like a freaking raw avocado?
I just like guacamole a lot.
I like guacamole a lot as well, but how many raw avocados do you think you could eat if you get sick of the taste of watermelon in like, an appreciable or measurable
I'm just trying to
amount of time?
save my access to guacamole. I'm not gonna eat
That's it, you're just like protecting it.
Yeah.
This is like if you could only have 3 fruits. It's like a nightmare situation as opposed to...
Yeah, they're all gonna go extinct.
Okay, if we had a boat only large enough to take an infinite amount of 3 fruits with us. If it was a boat of infinite size that only had 3 rooms, I guess I would take watermelon. And we're ignoring the nutritional value of the fruits, of course. Because as we've established, pineapple has no appreciable amounts of any vitamins or minerals except for manganese and a vitamin between C and D. So, with that very specific set of circumstances in mind, this is a very good question. I don't know the answer at all.
Pineapple, mango, lime.
Limes? What in the hell?
I don't want to get scurvy, man.
Dude, you're
We're
not
on the high season.
Oh, now you're coming at it from the worst perspective.
Why? I hate scurvy.
You're trying to solve it now instead of just...
I like lime too. Does coconut count as a fruit, or is that a nut?
Oh my god, you're gonna be the guy who takes coconut?
I just want to put the lime in the coconut, that's all. Thank you, King Puddington, also for the subscription.
Nick is fuckboy supreme. You had people on your side until you started this lime bullshit. Lime? You gotta be kidding me. Lime? Lime?
What is wrong with lime? I never said, like, delicious alcoholic beverages don't exist. Maybe you want to put some lime in them.
Everybody who is saying apples, that's like the most...
disingenuous.
Apples is like the daddest fruit of all time. There's nothing wrong with that. Just recognize that you are a dad.
What about just like a tangerine?
Dude, tangerines could be up there for sure. Tangerines, clementines, something in that vein.
It'd just be the whole family of them.
Yeah, they're the same thing, aren't they? It's just one big conspiracy. You can't pull the wool over my eyes.
Some are a little sweeter than others. Some are lighter than others. I don't know.
Satsuma oranges, like they're all the same shit. They're all just small oranges, man. It's like the whole baby carrot meta.
I don't know. Baby carrots taste way better to me than full size.
Do you know? And I'm not trying to ruin baby carrots for you. Did you know baby carrots are like old carrots that they cut the old
Shrunk
parts
down.
off of, and then like the core of the old carrot is what becomes a baby carrot.
I didn't know that, but it doesn't really change anything.
It shouldn't, as far as I'm concerned.
Do you have any bad facts about water chestnuts?
Are you gonna take water chest? What, are you gonna be making non-stop like Chinese stir fries up there on your incredibly?
I just really think the texture of them is very unique. That's all.
I like a water chestnut as well. I'm not gonna disagree.
There's nothing like them out there that I'm aware of in my very limited knowledge of vegetables.
I like a water chestnut. How do you feel about bamboo shoots, Nick?
I don't know. I don't think I've eaten any.
You never eaten a bamboo shoot?
I don't know. I don't have a very large knowledge of that.
How do you
kind
feel about baby corn?
Oh, it's pretty good.
I'm for it. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page here. I think I have a real preference for fruits that you eat with a fork.
All right.
I'm into
What
that.
about fruit that you paddle with a wooden spoon?
I don't
Like,
even understand this at all.
Pomegranate.
What kind of fruit meta are you living in? This is like when the Europeans came to the New World and there was like people were like eating pemmican and shit like that. Like I have no idea what kind of reality you exist in.
Pelicans.
You're talking about fucking what fruit do you want to take with you? Oh, the water chestnuts count. What are you talking about?
The water chestnut thing was actually super tangential. It wasn't intended to be part of the fruit conversation.
Water chestnuts count. I'm not paddling my fruit. I came over here on a boat.
I figured since you came over on the boat, maybe you were more inclined to paddle your fruit.
That's a good point. It would be like practical.
Pomegranate. See, chat likes pomegranate a lot.
You know, I'll admit that you're getting a good bang for your buck on the whole preparation aspect, because pomegranates are annoying as hell to actually prepare.
Have you seen the YouTube video? Because that guy has got it down.
Really?
He's figured it out. You hit him with the wooden spoon, all the seeds fall out, and you have a good time in the process.
I'm glad to hear that.
He had a really good time. I'm going to tell you right now. He's never had as much fun as he had with that.
This is the angriest I've ever gotten at you, NL. You don't be angry just because I've been right all day.
Be angry at him how he plays Isaac. Always.
I don't dislike pomegranates. I like pomegranates. I'm just saying, you know. I guess, you know, I didn't really think about it. If someone prepared a bunch of pomegranates for me, I'd be like, that's all right.
Might save your life. Think about all the antioxidants.
Think about how much money you'd save on palm, or how much money you could make by selling palm.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is... that shit is expensive.
How about cherries? What do they do for you?
I like cherries. Allow me to get a little weird. I think they're a little too meaty
get
for
weird.
me.
Too needy?
They're a little too meaty. Like after a couple of cherries...
meaty.
Yeah, meats. Like M-E-A-T.
Yeah, I heard mead.
After a few too many cherries, I'm just like, you know, this is not enough. This is too many.
Unfortunately, I've got a bit of an allergy to them, but I like the taste of them. I just can't really eat them.
That's fair.
They're going on my death list, unfortunately.
Your death list.
Whatever. The fruits that are banished to the abyss.
You've reframed the question. Instead of you can only save 3 fruits, it's you can kill all but 3 fruits.
Yeah. Well, there's the boat with the infinite rooms, right? Except there's only 3 rooms.
Right, yeah. Well, there's infinite space, but only 3 spaces.
Infinite 3 spaces.
And you can't put a room inside of another room. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, tell that to Doctor Who.
After too many of anything, I feel like that's too many. Yo, but you can't have too many watermelon. Nick is incorrect in my assessment about that.
We haven't even discussed strawberries yet.
I would consider them if you always got good strawberries. You never got any of the ones that were like a little too tart, or you bit in and it was like half soft on one side.
Oh, those are the worst.
I would be for it. You would be pretty easy to convince me. The
Who are you bumping out?
Well, I don't even know if I'd chosen a third one yet. I got mangoes and I got watermelon, of course. You know what? Like ripe, delicious, juicy peaches might be a contender.
Is that number 3?
That could be number 3.
So you're not even gonna put lime on there?
Lime has no chance.
God. I gotta take the dog food over the 8-ball here, or I'm gonna die.
What about melons?
No, I'm taking the 8-ball. I can't do it.
What about melons, Nick?
What about melons?
You like cantaloupe? You like honeydew?
I like honeydew. I like cantaloupe.
Me too. Would you consider putting them on there? I think I could eat a lot of cantaloupe or honeydew. If I was on a long sailing voyage and had nothing to do but eat infinite amounts of fruits, I think cantaloupe would fit the bill.
Do we still have salt?
What's the fucking salt for?
On the cantaloupe.
You're putting salt on the cantaloupe?
Yeah. It's really good. You should try it.
I don't know what to say to you anymore.
It's fine. Just try it out. It's not a big deal. It's just a little salt. You've got plenty of it on your stream. Just put some on your cantaloupe.
I was watching the television yesterday. The show is irrelevant. But it was an ad for Jack in the Box that came on TV. And you know how sometimes food companies do those ads where it's like, we ventured to the 7 corners of the earth to blah, blah, blah. The Jack in the Box ad does that. The spice in question that they have added to their burger recipe, black pepper.
Alright. That's not
We ventured to the far corners of the earth to bring you the universal seasoning that everybody puts on almost everything already.
It's the default when you make any kind of preparation of meat. You always put some salt and some peppers.
This is absolutely correct, yes.
So what's the fuss then?
I feel like Jack in the Box is a little bit behind the culinary times.
What have they been rubbing their meat with?
That's a very good question.
They're not even aware of the meta.
There you go.
Alright, get a little passionate about this.
That's acceptable. We've all been there, and I don't mean on vacation. I think my run might be coming to an end, Nick.
Oh, good for you.
This is like my 8th iteration on the chest, but...
Well, I killed Mom's heart. Hope you're proud.
That's good, man. That's exciting. You're Guppy.
I'm Guppy. I've got good damage. Got 3 spirit hearts and 5 lives. Guppy's head.
Oh, that was a good run, man.
You're welcome. So you didn't want to do Judas? Turns out, not so bad.
Yeah, on the 2nd floor, I got 3 devil items and became Guppy. It was pretty easy.
I found it more difficult than you did.
Chad, don't even start with me on fucking watermelon, man. Watermelon is in there. It's in there number 1. If there was only one room on this boat with infinite space, it would go to watermelon.
Have you tried dipping your chips in cottage cheese yet?
Absolutely not, no.
Oh.
That's not gonna happen. I'll play some Nuclear Throne here.
Some of your chat was like, finally someone who understands me with the salt on cantaloupe, and others were like, what are you doing?
I've heard of this before. I'm a little surprised that that was considered like a prerequisite.
Well, it just helps me enjoy it.
You get a topping with your fruit?
I was asking if salt existed tangentially, and then I was going to apply it.
No, we gave the salt room to the cantaloupe.
Salt doesn't need a room. We're on a boat. The ocean's filled with it.
Oh, you're gonna fucking desalinate ocean water on the fly?
No, I'm just going to rub it with ocean water.
That's ridiculous.
The salt's in it.
You're gonna wash off all the delicious juices of the cantaloupe. They're gonna diffuse out of the cantaloupe into the ocean water, making the ocean water more delicious, but in such low concentrations as to be imperceptible to the human tongue.
It's homeopathic, though.
You could just eat the cantaloupe, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Watermelon is the most overrated fruit of all time. In all previous related fruit discussions I've had in my life, I have not included watermelon. And I thought about today, why? Why have I not included watermelon? And I realized that subconsciously I had considered it cheating because watermelon is so delicious. That I'd been like, it's not fair. Obviously the question that they're asking is, what is the greatest fruit of all time except watermelon? Because otherwise, that's like asking what's 1 + 1.
18.
We don't need an answer to this question, is what I'm trying to get at.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is irrelevant. The limit does not exist.
I really wish you'd tried dipping some stuff into cottage cheese for me.
I have never dipped anything into cottage cheese, including a spoon, and I'm not starting now.
I don't know why you think it's so bad.
Cottage cheese is one of those foods where if you say, I don't understand how you think it's gross, I think you're being a little disingenuous. Cottage cheese may well be delicious, but I can understand why you think it's gross.
No, I don't. Is it the texture? You don't
yeah,
like
it's the texture and the smell and the look as it is smeared across
It smells fine.
It smells bad, and the look of it as it is spread across the gaping maw of a cottage cheese consumer is...
Dude, it shouldn't smell like anything.
Well, maybe that's my problem.
It's pretty much neutral when it's sitting there.
You're taking issue with the wrong part of this discussion.
Alright, sure. Triple shot, and Spider Baby, and Aquarius.
You got a chest?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I have 1 heart.
NL, watermelon is a berry you scrub. Yo, what are you talking about?
What?
That's like telling me a deer isn't an animal, it's an ungulate. Yo, it exists in the phylum Ungulata, but it's in the animal kingdom, you ding-dong.
Ungulate? It's not like something that hangs out in the back of your throat.
That's a uvula.
Yeah, an ungulate.
Mulva? Nick, on the airplane on Sunday, I watched, because I'm going to say this is bullshit, okay? Air Canada, when we flew to Japan on the Boeing 787, had like newish movies. Then we fly to the freaking UK, and they got the old movies from the 787. It's like I already saw the box trolls. I don't want to watch the box trolls again, no matter how endearing Richard Ayoade is in his vocal performance, okay? So I watched like 12 episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, that show's actually not as bad as I thought it was.
That show's like real good, man. There's a lot of good stuff happening there.
I started watching it one night and I'm like, this looks awful. And then I was like, actually, I changed my mind.
I found myself having quite a good time, actually.
Alright. Look, we found common ground on TV.
We did. That show's pretty good. And not just because Terry Crews is a large man. There's some funny writing in there, man.
So I beat The Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
Oh, cool, alright.
Even with that shitty run that I made for myself.
You can do something for like between 1 to 8 minutes.
Alright, I'll come up with something.
I've got enormous amounts of faith in you. Minigun, disc gun,
It's
shovel.
flying but still avoids creep. What the fuck is this? It's just a habit.
That's
I'm
a good
sorry.
habit, man.
I'd rather not go near it if I have the option. Fastest run ever. Yeah, 10 minutes to spare.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, I might be dead sooner than I thought, Nick.
I saw someone in your chat, or maybe it was your chat or my chat, I forget already, but somebody said that cottage cheese smells like vomit. You're doing it wrong. You need to throw that out and get a new batch.
Maybe it's one of those things where, you know, like, some people when they taste cilantro, it tastes like soap, but to me it just tastes like beautiful Southeast Asian deliciousness.
Oh, yeah, maybe it is like that.
Maybe it's a genetic predisposition or something.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we don't all have the same taste buds, so that's fair.
I didn't know until recently, but apparently that cilantro thing is not just like personal preference. It's actually somewhat coded for by genetics.
I wonder how that happened. Where that split happened.
Life finds a way or something.
Some group of people on the wrong side of a mountain were like, cilantro, what the fuck is this?
It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know about that. You watch GMM, NL? You fucking caught me, dog. That's where I learned it. That's where I learned
Alright,
it.
that was a solid lost run. Let's start that over.
We gotta give kudos to Mathis, who actually finally
We have
defeated... he finally defeated the Lamb with the Lost.
I thought he didn't do that.
He
'Cause
did.
He fucked it up.
No, after that he did it off camera.
Oh.
So he did like one on-camera run where he took the Polaroid instead of the
Yeah, that's what I knew.
the dark negative or whatever.
The dark negative.
I don't even know what it's called anymore. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. And then he was like, fuck this, I'm gonna do it off camera. So we did, and then like lots of credit to him. He just beat it on like the first try. Off camera, which is pretty amazing.
All I've eaten is mom's heart.
LOL at all these motherfuckers pronouncing cilantro wrong. Yo, what if I told you that you call it cilantro because, you know, different countries or different dialects have different ways of pronouncing that A sound?
Remember that whole thing I said about taste buds? We've got that for dialect, too.
Cilantro. Do you say shallots or shallots? And then let me ask you another question. Are you from, you know, a former English colony of the United States of America? I think we're going to find a sincere correlation in our answers here.
I say shallots.
Yeah, me too. That's the American way, man. Shallots. I don't say shallots. I have friends who say shallots, but that's because the first time they heard of this wonderful addition to the family of onions and garlic was on Gordon Ramsay's television programs where he says shallots. But that's like saying, you know, oh, what's going on with that lorry over there? And you'll be like, dude, we're in like Springfield, Missouri right now. We don't call them lorries. That's a gun.
I mean, he says a lot of things just slightly different, but that's because he's, you know, British.
It's actually called coriander. Well, you could. They're this. I don't disagree because you're right. However, there's two names. It's like Cisco. You know, he's Cisco and Drew Hill.
Big Will, Drew Hill.
Exactly. Big Will, Cisco. He changes his name based on what he needs it to rhyme with, which is, I think, a very talented skill to have as a hip hop recording artist.
He's basically the chameleon of names.
Exactly, he is. Now, do you say chameleonaire or chameleonaire? There is a right or wrong answer here.
I say chameleonaire because that's the correct one.
This is correct, yes. It somewhat ironic, isn't it, that chameleonaire made his name kind of difficult to understand for a lot of people?
It's a lot to live up to, also, calling yourself a millionaire before you know you are.
Cilantro is the Spanish word for coriander, therefore you pronounce it the way the Spanish do. Yo, the English language is a freaking pidgin language consisting of the Romance languages hobbled together. We say a lot of shit in languages that are not originally, native English. That is not a trump card that you can use in this specific situation.
Also, why do you gotta assert, being right about a whole language?
Exactly. What's your problem with Spanish people? You seem to take serious issue with the Spaniards.
Just let us speak the way we're gonna speak.
This is actually a really good Nuclear Throne run, Nick.
Alright, win it.
That's, literally just not how the game works.
Oh.
But I might be able to loop, theoretically.
That's what I mean.
Looping is still winning. I agree with you.
Do some people not say that looping is winning?
Well, some people say there's just no way to win in Nuclear Throne.
Well, that's a very defeatist way to look at it.
Well, you always die. Every Nuclear Throne run ends in a death.
Yeah, everyone's gonna die.
That's true. That doesn't mean you didn't
gotta
have
make a fuss about it.
You can still say the expression "win at life." It's not like you're like, well, nobody wins at life because everybody dies at some point.
Right. Or you should probably just not say that expression that often.
You've changed my philosophy, Nick. You've changed my philosophy.
I think as the Lost, if you pick up 2 Eternal Hearts on the same floor, you should get 1 heart container.
I don't.
Because I just did that.
I don't think that you should be able to do that.
I think the Lost should be removed from this game.
I'm very happy that I asked people what they wanted to see. Read the Lost.
Yeah, whether they wanted you to the 2 options, right?
Right. Yeah, and people largely said, "Fuck the Lost. Keep your streak together." Which I'm happy about because it makes my life a lot easier.
I hate this character. I think he's the worst thing about Rebirth.
You didn't have to unlock it, man.
I want 100% it. In order to do that, I gotta beat everything with the Lost.
That is a very interesting way to put it, is all I'm saying.
It's true. You were freaking stepping so lightly around the Lost when you were discussing it in your episode. It's like, just, it's not a big deal. You can not like the Lost.
I don't have a negative impression of the Lost. Admittedly, that is framed by my experience with the Lost, which is not normal. However, all I can speak from is my experiences, and I don't think the Lost is that bad, man.
It's a stupid idea. Oh, it's another one bites the dust.
Oh, it's so nice when you get on this level in Nuclear Throne, and all the necromancers are right next to you at the start of it. James West Tame in the West of Artemis. You know what I'm talking about.
Right, I know you're just trying to help by saying they specifically refer to it as above 100%, but that vernacular doesn't register to me. There is no such thing. 100% includes all things above 100%.
That's funny.
It's like saying you're going to give the job 110%. No, you don't have that capacity to give out. It stops at 100%.
You can give 110%.
But you're not actually. You're giving up to 100%.
What if you're at an entry-level job and they're like, here's what's expected of you, and then you do something that's above and beyond what's expected of you?
That's still within your capacity to do that.
That's giving a job 110% in my book, is all I'm saying.
There is no such thing.
I think you're too attached to your math classes.
Very much the opposite. I hate math.
Get off your tall-ass horse and hate the Lost. Yo, you're on the high horse if you're trying to force people into hating something that they don't hate.
They're right. You should hate the Lost.
I'm not being like, hey, everybody should be... The Lost isn't that hard. No, the Lost is really, really, really hard.
On Northernlion, I beat the Lost every time I play as it.
I'm still just like, well, if you don't like the Lost, don't unlock it and play as it,
No.
It's a hard achievement. It's really, really hard. But, you know, maybe I've never been the guy who's like, I want to get all the achievements in the game, so I don't really, like, I don't understand the mentality when people are like, I need to do this, but it sucks, so I hate it.
Yeah, that's me, though.
Yeah, but you should see my gamer score, man. It is, like, highly inefficient.
It's not even about gamer score, it's just about putting this to rest and saying that I've conquered it, that's all.
Well, that's fair enough. NL, if the loss isn't that bad, then you won't remove it to protect your streak, right? That's not a trump card. I asked people if they wanted me to keep it, and most of them said no.
Before anybody gets actually salty, I'm just giving them a hard time. I'm not actually this pissed about it.
Yeah, I'm not that on a high fucking horse either. I don't hate the Lost, though. I think the Lost is an interesting mechanic. That's a new weapon. I've never seen that weapon before. Ion cannon? That sounds cool.
Oh, fucking hell.
You gave me bullets?
Ah.
I don't want your stinky bullets.
I had Ipecac.
Oh, that's a theoretical winning item, man.
Yeah, well, I used it well until I hit myself with it.
You always used to wear it well. You look so fancy, I can tell. I don't mind you hanging round, wasting all my time. That's Just What I Needed by the Cars. I guess I'm just what I needed. Ion Cannon is very bad. JW says the gun embarrasses him. Wow, that's... I had no idea. This is actually a very loopable run right here.
Someone says if you beat it, they'll subscribe.
Oh, there we go, man.
Do it. Northernlion greater than Jim Carrey, and then 2 down from that, mute NL, please.
Well, that's pretty much how people feel about Jim Carrey as well.
Mute Jim Carrey, please.
How are
we ever
you
get
not,
him on the show?
How are you not dead? He is Canadian, but he's also busy.
Yeah, you're busy too.
Yeah, it's my show.
You make time for it.
It's my show, so I have to show up.
Tell the Prime Minister to force Jim Carrey to be on it, whether he's busy or not.
He doesn't talk to me.
No.
Yo.
The Prime Minister or Jim Carrey?
Yes. I'm like out of ammunition and cannot get more, so... Oh, well, I did kill the boss, but I have 5 bullets left, so I'm pretty sure that I will not be able to kill the next boss. So that sucks, like, real hard.
I have faith in you. You'll win.
Well, if we take back muscle, does it give us ammo right off the bat, or would I be better off taking Last Wish here? I hate to do this, but I'm going to take Last Wish to get the ammo, just in case back muscle doesn't give us more. You need to work on your big ball manipulation, NL. Don't ever talk to me like that, Sleep Cycles.
He does know how to manipulate a big ball. You should give him that.
Exactly. The bigger the cushion, the sweeter. Chad's real mad that I took Last Wish. But
I don't see what the harm is there, really. If you needed to win, what's the problem?
You need to work on your big ball manipulation. Alright, I looped. Actual
Hooray.
Useful Last Wish. Oh, there you go.
You beat it.
I beat it to the best of my abilities, which is pretty much all I can hope for.
Does that mean you landed on the throne?
Oh, baby,
a subscriber. Richie X Kim, thanks for the subscription. Is that someone putting their money where their mouth is? I'm about to die here.
X Cunningham.
My name is Richie Cunningham, and this is my wife, Oprah. Alright, well, I died, but I did loop. I didn't quite get the ultra, but I looped. That's pretty cool, man. I saw someone in chat be like, don't worry, guys, he's planned. He's going to loop, like, right as I ran him the character. They put a kappa after it. You should not have placed a kappa, because I nailed it. Anyway, we're going to come back and play some Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'm excited about that.
With Bear and Alpaca Patrol.
With Bear and Alpaca. We got both of them. Then we're going to play some Duck Game after that. So thanks for watching, and we will see you very shortly.
See you soon.
Somebody joins chat. I just got here and you died. Yo, that was like... it's like the 8th time I've ever looped. In the throne that is also radioactive. That's the knockoff game on Steam Greenlight.
Boop. Boop. That's the sound of people showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Pip_EN. Thank you very much for the subscription.
Whoa.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Alpaca Patrol.
Yeah, no problem.
You know, I'm just that type of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not mean.
Yeah, nah, I know.
You nah?
I know.
What do you nah on?
I gnaw on a piece of wood sometimes.
Rob,
you
what's
ever
the
eat
best
naan?
fruit, man?
What's the best fruit?
You know, I was listening to you guys talk about that, and I think that's like way too difficult a decision to make.
You only get 3 in the infinite boat.
What if you only got to take one?
I'm kind of with you on the watermelon, though I
Yeah.
don't eat watermelon that much, though. So, like...
Well, it's annoying.
Bad idea, then.
well, yeah, but, like, I don't... I mean, the keeping the watermelon...
Keeping the waterman.
Keep the waterman around, man.
Hi, Bear.
If you're gonna be on
yeah.
a boat, you might as well have a waterman.
Keep the
That's pretty
waterman.
convenient.
You should keep the waterman. That's, like, a general rule. But, no, here's another question. Can it be seedless watermelon?
Of course.
Okay.
Bullshit.
How is that bullshit at all?
It should never be seedless. You gotta pick
Sure,
the most...
10 months. We had a baby, and now we've been, swaddling it for like a month.
Pick the most obnoxious preparation of that fruit, and that's the one you gotta live with.
Oh, okay.
What?
Well,
That's
then one
ridiculous.
No,
I would go with apple then if it's got to be like the worst
No,
preparation.
because the worst manipulation of apple would be like we shoved it up like some hobo's asshole, and then he shit it out into like a big pot that we buried under the earth until bacteria broke it down to the point where it was like a slurry. And then he took another shit on it if he was still alive after that 12-month process.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That sounds like I wouldn't take any fruit if
Exactly. That's why Nick's manipulation of the central premise is nonsensical.
you're nonsensical.
Largely.
This became very scientific. I like it.
You're scientific.
Thanks.
Kate
I'm
and
gonna draw
I,
Jim Carrey now.
for my birthday, we ate. This is like 7 months ago. We ate at like a fancy restaurant, and for the final course, they brought out a cheese plate, and they're like, "So we got like this cheese is like blah blah blah, and it's like soft and moldy, fair." And they're like, "This cheese we like wrapped in beehive paper and then like buried beneath the earth for 2 months to age it or something like that."
Oh,
and then the last one, they were like, "This is just like really good mozzarella." And that was by far the best cheese on the plate, and I felt like such a Philistine. But the bee paper cheese like almost made me throw up.
I wanted him to say like, "This is the one we buried under the earth," and then here's some craft American cereal. You just want to go that route.
As soon as we saw you come in, we decided we probably should hedge our bets on this cheese plate.
Mr. Wizard, welcome to the patrol. Rain speaks for you, my friend. Thank you for subscribing.
Woo!
Hey guys, woo! Woo!
Did you hear Nick say that he would take a lime as one of his...
I did. Yeah, but come on, man. Like,
What's the big deal about
that's
a
not even
lime?
It's not a fruit. I guess it is. It's.
What
a
do you
citrus
fucking
thing.
get
Yeah.
out?
When have you
Come on,
ever
man.
eaten a
Like-
lime?
What?
Have you ever eaten a lime? You put lime, like you take limes and you juice them. You use them as an
I'm
additive.
still
to
saying
it.
you can juice them.
Why lime?
Would you don't want to drink alcohol ever again?
Like, I don't drink alcohol. The only thing I have limes with is tequila, and admittedly, I like tequila. But then, wouldn't you need agave as well to like
There's
bring
other
on?
things you could put. You could put a lime in some rum and coke.
Drink it all up.
I don't know, man.
I'm so mad at you. I'm not really. I love
What's the game we're playing?
the wants to be a millionaire game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was talking about
I'm-
the fruit thing.
I realized like moments before I booted up my stream that I would have had nothing to restream, so I'm just gonna play some battles on Total War Rome 2.
That's a good call.
Fuck it.
All right, I'm going to load up Who Wants to Be a Millionaire then.
I'm drawing Jim
Yeah.
Carrey.
Yeah, he's got a great drawing face.
How about fucking strawberries, you idiots? I don't know, man. I'm not that into strawberries.
I'd
We
put
talked about
strawberries
strawberries.
out
I think
there.
they're alright.
They're all
We're
right.
talking about strawberries. My voice gets really high pitched. I don't know why.
How could you not at least be like, strawberries are okay?
That's what I said. The strawberries are all right. I
You would
wouldn't
take apples over strawberries?
Well, I'm slightly allergic to apples, so no, probably not. I would
What's
take
wrong with your country?
Allergies totally
I
come
would
up.
take- I would take like oranges or like mangoes.
Okay,
over
mangoes
Oh,
all legit.
mangoes are number 2 on mine.
Yeah,
Mangoes
I
are
also
fantastic.
I had mangoes in the number 2 spot as well.
Strawberries out of season are kind of really nasty.
It's assumed it would be the ideal form.
I thought it was assumed that we would be shoving it up a homeless person's asshole.
This diarrhea slurry.
That's Nick's ridiculous nightmare mode, where no matter
I
what
want to go to your island. I don't want to go to Nick's island.
I would take no fruits on Nick's boat. I would save the fruits from being prepared in the worst, most egregious fashion possible. I know the overlay's up. I gotta get the... This game was not necessarily fully optimized for the personal computing platform, I would perhaps argue.
The underlay.
I'm still not 100% sure what hypothetical we're talking about here.
What about the Mandalay Bay?
That's a casino in Las Vegas.
Mhm.
I believe that's where Cirque du Soleil Mystère performs.
Cirque du Soleil Mandalay Bay.
That's really good.
It's not that good.
I think it's fine.
I liked it.
Alright, it was
It's
pretty
at least a 7.
Alright.
7 out of 8.
I can't freaking move the... There we go. Alright. Turns out you can move the window. Alright, we're gonna start with video game edition.
Nice.
'Cause
Awesome, I
it's
like
bad.
those.
Bear, have you ever been on the show for Millionaire before?
I've never been on the show before, to be honest.
Have you ever seen the television?
Show
Have you ever
sucks.
seen any television? Television is an invention from the, early 20th century. Anyway, there's a
I
joke in
remember
there.
calling it the boob tube.
What do you mean you remember calling it? It's like,
No, I prefer calling it the
oh,
boob tube.
gross.
When there's boobs on it, maybe.
Yeah, there's lots of boobs.
Those don't work. That doesn't work too well, like as a moniker for it when it's not a CRT television.
Put these words in the order they appear in the best driving game winner title at the 2010 VGAs. I think that'll be Need, Speed, Hot Pursuit. Hot Speed, Need Pursuit.
That's a great game.
I
You just
definitely
get-
need some speed.
You get really high on speed and you just start chasing people around in a mall.
That bath salts racing game, I want that.
Bath Salts racing game. I can't get the mouse off the screen because this is one of those games that has it like locked to the side of the window. Like I can't. Let me out! It won't leave. We're stuck with it. So Bear, the kind of thing that's interesting about Video Game Millionaire is that they didn't vet the questions. So first off, they're ridiculous, and secondly, there's no difficulty curve. Like the first question will just be like, how many hairs are on the ass of the programmer who made Yar's Revenge? For example,
That's-
this is the $100 question. A popular game by Playfish tries to find out who has the biggest blank.
Dick.
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 Done.
What is the closest to dick?
Easy.
House?
Muscle.
Brain?
house.
Who has the biggest house? Who has the biggest brain? Who has the biggest car? Who has the biggest muscles?
Are we doing one at a time here?
No,
like
just
you
that
style?
you collude and try to come up with it.
Okay, I'd say brain.
It's gotta be, right?
What's the question again?
Oh, I selected brain.
He's got
That's
the biggest
correct.
dick.
How many questions are there?
Yeah, how many questions are there?
There's 12, I think.
Oh,
That's 15, I thought.
Wait, let me...
that was 5.
How much Millionaire have you watched, Bear? You got an unfair
of Millionaire.
advantage. All right, this one I'm not even going to give you a chance to answer. What is the main activity in the game Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks? Dancing, playing guitar, praying, or fighting?
Oh, praying.
Yes.
Shaolin monks, they're trying to pull a fast one on you here.
I would play a Shaolin Monk's dancing game,
Yeah, or guitar,
especially if
man.
it used like old Shaolin music that was played on like the Chinese guitar.
How about a Wu-Tang Clan dancing game?
That would also be fine.
Yeah.
So I skipped one. It was, who was the protagonist of Metal Gear Solid Touch? And I didn't know the answer, but all of the answers were snakes, and one of them was Snake. So I was like, they probably didn't... Like, they're cheeky, but they're not going to make a game where, like, Adder is the protagonist, right?
Were they all snakes with different forms of matter?
Like,
Sublimating
a
snake?
gaseous snake.
Gaseous snake, yeah.
Blitz the League is a 2005 game featuring which sport? Golf, skiing, pool, or American football?
I'm glad they clarified that.
Yeah, it's saying your granddad's football. Okay, it's American football, obviously.
I didn't think you really wanted us to answer that.
Blitz the like the best part of this game is coming up with the plausible games that could have made the alternatives work, like the skiing game called Blitz the League.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Pool.
Blitzkrieg the league.
Okay, these are not good questions, so I'm not even going to give them to you. How about this?
right.
Let's reverse it. What city is Resident Evil set in?
Raccoon
Raccoon.
City.
Boom. Easy enough.
Raccoon with an M.
Yeah, Raccoon Boom City.
We got to prove that 4 heads are better than 1. We might as well get into the trickier questions.
4 heads are better than 1. I like 4 heads.
Yeah?
I like 5 heads personally.
Christina Ricci?
Been waiting for the sequel.
Whatever happened to Christina Ricci? Is she dead?
She's probably like
dead.
still
Oh, poor
alive.
Christina Ricci.
What
I'm actually really
year?
sad she was there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rely on you guys for this one. What year is the setting for the 2011 game Battlefield 3? 1914, 1944, 2014, or 1974?
I was really hoping it was going to be Battlefield 1942.
What happened in 1974 that was so of note that they had to make a game about it?
Some like Central American shadow ops or something.
I'd be
I don't
kinda into
know,
that,
actually.
So it's not
Isn't
the
it
First World War.
2014.
It's
2000
modern.
Okay.
It's modern time.
I figured it
Right.
was. I figured it was not World War II or World War I because they'd already been down the World War II road, and World War I games don't really exist that much.
Well played.
And you're right, 1974 doesn't have a plausible conflict really for this game, so it was 2014.
I mean, like Vietnam just ended or something.
Yeah.
In 1974.
it's about trying to readjust to society, a society that didn't want you.
As long as you need. Think about it.
And are you stupid or something? LOL.
I would like an answer to that question, actually.
At least he's not the worst Isaac content creator on YouTube.
That's true. Probably. What is the evil terrorist organization in the video game Metal Gear Solid? Is it
Deep Throat.
Is it Deep Throat? DARPA, Liquid, or Foxhound?
You can ask the audience.
It's Foxhound.
I have no idea.
You guys don't know this?
No,
I never played
I've
Metal Gear
heard
Solid.
several of those names, but I can't remember which is the bad one. I know DARPA's definitely in there, and I know Foxhound's in there.
It's Foxhound.
It's Foxhound. Man. You gotta play some Metal Gear Solid games.
They bore me.
What? They're
So
the
I don't want to go down this
craziest.
road.
They're the craziest games of all
Take your
time.
time on this one.
You don't like being in a box, man?
Have a good look.
Nobody.
You don't like being a box man?
Oh, I actually know this one. Who provided the voice of Tommy Vercetti in Grand Theft Auto Vice City?
Oh no, I don't know this.
Rob.
I know. I'm voice man.
Andy
You know voices.
Garcia, James Caan, Ray Liotta, or Seth Green?
Is it Ray Liotta?
It's
Ray
fucking
Liotta.
Ray Liotta.
It's Ray Liotta.
Ray
Is it
Liotta,
really?
he's the greasiest, like, mobster man of all time.
He is
I've
really
actually heard this
cliche.
before. I know this.
I
He even
had
has a
no
monster
idea.
name.
He really does.
Fantastic.
Well, he wasn't Goodfellas.
He's in all of them. He was in fucking Heartbreakers as a greasy, like, mafia-connected man who gets ripped off by Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sigourney Weaver's honeypot actions.
Take your time.
He was in Up. He played a greasy mobster in the Pixar film Up.
He played himself.
He was a greasy, huh?
Who developed the 80s arcade game Paperboy? Sega, Atari, Namco, or Taito?
I want to say it's Atari.
Mathis Starcraft has subscribed for 12
I don't know
months
if it's
in a row.
Atari though.
Well, thank you,
It
Mathis.
is Atari. I'm pretty sure.
Is it really?
Actually,
I thought
Yeah,
it was
I'm pretty
Namco,
sure it's-
man.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Well, we do have 3 lifelines.
We should maybe.
I don't
use
know
a
what
life-
Taito is. I've never heard of Taito.
Taito made Space Invaders, I think.
You've still got to ask the audience.
This is the introspective plane.
I'm thinking Atari personally, but I mean, I could be wrong. Was Sega even around in the gaming scene in the 80s?
I'm making an executive decision to use Ask the Audience.
Do it.
Okay.
Because I don't...
Choose your answer.
If we lose, then we can just blame the game.
Yeah,
It's like... It'd be a pretty dick move. I'm not gonna shout out Josh because he ruined the chat.
Oh.
Wow. You
Okay.
gonna take that, Josh?
36% say Atari, 25% say Taito.
Still want to go with Atari.
I'm thinking it's Atari.
All
I think Atari because this sounds like
I've
it's a cabinet
selected.
game, not necessarily like the
It
home
was.
version.
Oh,
It had
Paperboy,
Mikey
yeah.
sticky.
It was, yeah, and then it was.
Paperboy's really
ported
cool,
as well.
man. It's a good game.
We got there.
Yeah.
It was Atari.
I-
You were right.
That actually was at a bar I was at recently that had like old school arcade cabinets.
They had a Paperboy cabinet?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Take
Yeah,
as long
it was really cool.
Yeah, it's like isometric. You go off jumps.
to play.
In which
Atari
country?
is really blatant about like their displaying of their advertising and logos on their cabinets too.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
true.
You can't miss it.
Yeah, I was really drunk though, so.
Yeah, but you were just there, and you were still just like 20% sure.
This is your Slumdog Millionaire moment, man. You were drunk at a bar in New York.
So the last question was, in what country is Assassin's Creed 2 set?
Oh, Turkey,
Italy.
clearly.
Yeah, I went with Italy.
You may as well take a look at the next question. You can't lose.
Although that's technically incorrect.
At the
I'm
time,
just
it wasn't Italy. It was
It
ruled
was
by
in
a,
Italy, yeah.
It was
There
ruled by
no
a
kingdom of
city-state.
Italy.
Yeah.
Nerds.
The home version, the first home version of Space Invaders was created for which console? The Magnavox Odyssey, the Sega SG-1000, the Atari 2600, or the Mattel Intellivision?
Did they think that through?
Mattel and television.
The Mattel television.
The Matteletubbies.
I think it's the 2600.
I think
Yeah,
it is
it
too.
is.
Thank
I
you,
would go for
Argon
that
Zach,
as
for 8
well.
months in a row.
I would go for the Atari 2600. The SG-1000, is that even like a real thing? The Magnavox
SG?
Odyssey is not capable of modeling Space Invaders. It's too graphically intensive.
They can't put 6 pixels together at
Exactly.
once on the screen. That's too much.
All right, it was indeed the 2600. We've only got like 4 questions to go.
We're doing okay.
We're gonna win our first game.
Which of these Castlevania games was designed for a handheld device?
Oh, I know this.
Was it Castlevania Order of Ecclesia?
Yes.
Oh,
Is it?
All right.
It's for Nintendo DS. I've played it.
that's the only option?
What are the rest?
Well, if you know that one, then I shouldn't have to read the other ones.
I do know it. You can go ahead confidently then. Fine.
I
Thank
trust Nick
you,
on that.
Darth Rancor, for 8 months in a row.
Oh shit, he was right.
That's the way.
I thought for sure that Order of Ecclesia was incorrect. Like it was something they made up with a random name generator.
No, that's it. I can
What
tell you
is
more about it too.
Of Ecclesia.
It's a big old
You
drop.
play as a lady and you get magical powers, and you don't play as like one of the
As a
Belmonts for
Flavia?
once.
Oh,
Would you guys rather have a Legacy of Darkness or a Curse of Darkness?
I guess it cursed because
Legacy.
then it's only me, and a legacy is like my bloodline as well.
Yeah, that's
Legacy is
true.
more epic.
Which is the name of the chemical the Joker is attempting to produce in Batman Arkham Asylum?
Titan.
Rob,
Oh, fuck.
It's Titan. Yeah.
You sure it's not Wodenhouse?
Is that like the Polish translation?
That's what I
pack?
was thinking. That's the city like DayZ takes place in.
Just one.
That's the Polish furry card.
I think we only have 2 left.
Woden.
I think it's pronounced Vodanaz.
Big win.
That's true. Okay. Which of these actors does not provide a voice for the game Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince?
Oh my
Get
god.
out.
Is that Rupert Grint, Tom Felton, Emma Watson, or Bonnie Wright?
Well, the first 3
Fuck
are
is-
all the Harry Potter actors.
Yeah,
Well,
Tom
who's Tom
Felton is
Felton?
he's Draco Malfoy.
And then Rupert Grint is
Ron
red-haired
Weasley.
kid. Yeah, Ron Weasley.
I've never even seen
Tom
the
Felton
movies.
gets high on you. What?
Is Tom Felton mean pride?
I can't imagine they got either Rupert Grint or Emma Watson.
I'm certain they
individually
didn't get
and-
Emma Watson.
I'm
Are you
thinking,
sure?
yo,
Pretty
I'm
certain.
Gonna go out
If
of
they
the
got
box
Rupert
here.
Grint, they'd probably get Emma Watson, wouldn't
Nope. Emma Watson's in a higher tier.
She is in a higher pay grade.
You know what,
Oh.
guys? I'm gonna go out of the box here. I'm gonna say they didn't get Tom Felton. I don't think Draco would voice that game.
Fuck that.
All right, okay.
It's your choice.
they? I don't think
Ron-
Draco would voice that game, but I
Ron
think
and
Tom
Draco
Felton
both
would
did.
voice
Have
that
you
game.
guys have watched all the movies?
Yeah.
Okay. Do all of
Who's
these
Bonnie Wright?
Yeah, first off, who's Bonnie Wright? But
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, they're all actors, says Luke.
do Ron, Hermione, and Draco Malfoy all survive to the final film?
Well, do we want to spoil that?
It's for 500,000 virtual dollars, man.
Absolutely, we do. I have a Bonnie Wright feeling in my gut, but I won't push it.
I have a Bonnie Raitt feeling in my gut.
I'm actually thinking Emma
I have a Bonnie Bear
Watson.
feeling.
I'm on Nick's train of thought that like it's she's too
They didn't
expensive.
get Emma Watson. She's too expensive for them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I have a feeling that Rupert Grint saw the writing on the wall around like 2009 or 2010 and was like, I gotta take all the work that I can get here.
Can we call someone?
I'll click the button here. We'll use our
You
phone.
think we
friend.
need to?
Let's see what they come up.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, we,
Alright.
don't-
500,000 virtual
we have no
dollars.
idea who Bonnie Wright is, and we also are.
Yeah,
just...
yeah, fine.
Shh. They're talking.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Do they just have like the Sims voice?
Yeah. They said Emma Watson.
Those you got.
We know nothing about the person we phoned, but the answer they're most confident about is Emma Watson.
I like trusting strangers about voice acting in games from
You
2000.
trust them over me.
I'm clicking Emma Watson. We're all good?
Why are they
Watch
more
it be Tom
credible than I
Felton.
am?
Final answer.
Okay, with that.
To be
Emma
Thompson.
Watson. You should call Emma Watson. It was Emma Watson.
for
All
the
right.
show.
You've just won half
It was.
Yeah.
Hey
it was.
Emma, did you voice your character in the critically acclaimed Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince for the PS2?
That was from the PS3 era, clearly.
This is it.
No, that wasn't
Question
even.
number
No, when was that? I guess
That would be like
That probably-
2010, man.
PS1.
It's worth
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. They came out of the PS1
Half-Blood
game.
Prince. I didn't hear you say the movie.
Okay.
Half-Blood Prince on N64.
This is our last. This is our last one, and we still have a 50-50.
Good.
All right.
Which of these was not an illness in the 1990s game Theme Hospital?
Fuck.
Was it? I don't think we're gonna get much out of these.
Oh, we
Dude,
need
I
it.
might know this.
Okay.
Okay. For a second, I thought D said hairy tits.
I played a shitload of Theme Hospital, man. I think I know the answer.
All right.
These are the possible illnesses. We need to figure out which one it's not.
It's moldy old toe.
You think it's moldy old toe was not in there?
I'm like 90% sure it's moldy old toe.
All right, I'm gonna use the 50-50 first, just to be safe.
computer. Please take away
Just to
two
be
wrong
safe.
answers, leaving the right answer and one other wrong answer.
You wait a second. It's okay. We
Watch
got
it knock
we got
out
bloaty
moldy old
head, moldy old toe.
It's moldy old toe.
Oh,
I trust
shit.
Bear.
I'm trusting Bear
I
on
trust
this one
Bear.
as well.
Yeah.
I always will.
You just won $1 million.
We broke his scripting, but we just won $1 million.
Yeah!
Yeah!
That's amazing.
Easy million.
That's the first time we've ever won the video game trivia section.
Dude, that was a great $1 million question for me. I feel so
That
good about
really was. We had the dream team, man.
That's what I was gonna say. We're like Monaco right now. We each had
Yeah.
our role to.
Nick
bring
had the
together.
Castlevania thing. Rob was at that bar that they had Paperboy at it, even though he barely remembers it. And Bear played a bunch of Theme Hospital. I've followed the career of Ray Liotta very closely, with great interest. All right, let's keep it
Now
going.
let's have all of our dreams dashed by the next round.
In the final, or like every consecutive Millionaire game is exponential. So if we win this one, we get $1 billion.
Whoa.
And then after that, we get more money than the entire United States Treasury.
Yeah.
Hey, wouldn't
that-
it be like 1,000,000 times 1,000,000? It would be like,
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
$1 billion.
I was doing it incorrectly.
Who wants
Yeah.
to be
Guys,
a
my Jim Carrey looks
millionaire?
pretty good.
I want to go
just
look at it real
saying.
quick.
Is that like the nickname for your penis?
Yeah, my Jim Carrey, it's big and strong right now.
Put these words in the order they appear in the name of a very early video game from LucasArts. Alien Zack McCracken Mindbenders. Fucking Zack
out.
McCracken Alien Mindbenders, I think, is got. It's the only way those words make sense.
That's a
Hey,
pretty
Bear
good looking
Taffy,
Jim Carrey.
just subscribed to me for 3 months in a row. Thanks very much,
Oh,
man.
baby,
That's
a
a good-looking Jim Carrey so
subscriber.
far,
Who's FMJ just subscribed to me as well. Thank you very much for
Who
the
is he?
subscription.
Rock hearts for Bear Taffy?
You're welcome. Zach McCracken, Alien Mindbenders.
You guys ever play Freddy Farkas Frontier Pharmacist?
Answer the next 15 questions
Guess
correctly,
not, huh?
and you'll win
It opens with
so.
a really sweet, like, country ballad.
And you have 3
I think you just made that up.
Freddy Farkas Frontier Pharmacist was a Sierra adventure game that came on 6 floppy disks.
Could you say it one more time?
Freddy Farkas Frontier Pharmacist. It had it had like a not an FMV intro, but like a cutscene with a song. It was Freddy Farkas. It was really good. On whose island is Super Mario or was Super Mario World 2 set? Was it set on Yoshi's Island? Bear with me. Was it set on Robinson Crusoe's island? Was it set on the island of Dr. Moreau? Was it set on Gilligan's Island?
That would be so cool if they just did like a horror version of Super Mario World on the island of Dr. Moreau.
I'd be into that.
What if they mixed them all and like the island of Dr. Moreau was also Robin Crusoe's and Gilligan's Island and they all became monsters?
Bear, this is you, man.
We are the monsters.
Which of these athletes was not on one of the 3 covers you could purchase for NBA 2K12?
Oh, what?
Was no, so you
it's
can,
What?
Larry Bird,
Fucking options. Okay.
Larry Bird, Jessica Ennis, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan.
Jessica Ennis?
Johnson.
Is it Jessica Ennis?
Jessica Ennis.
Thank you, Orsis Zoktavar, for 3 months in a row.
That is a
Rock
good
nails for
name.
you.
If it's Michael Jordan.
No, Michael Jordan actually was the NBA 2K12 cover guy.
Who is Jessica Ennis?
Jennifer's Ennis.
Which of these was not... Man, you just gave me a great idea for a character called Jennifer Aniston. Which of these
Jessica
is not...
Ennis Hill is a British track and field athlete
Oh, there you go.
specializing in multi-eventing disciplines in 100-meter hurdles.
Which of
What?
these
Beetle
is
hurdles.
not a
Beetle
game
hurdles.
in the Prince of Persia series?
Sorry, I was being dumb. What was the question?
Oh, no, never mind. I already answered it.
Oh, okay.
I'll be
Journey to
taking that.
Honolulu.
I'll be taking that $100 directly into my pocket
Oh my god.
because I knew that Prince of Persia: Journey to Honolulu was a bullshit title.
Oh, okay.
That would be such a, like, not even just because it's a joke, but that would be such a bad game because he'd just be swimming. He'd just be swimming the entire time. Like, that was such a bad Prince of Persia game. Nothing to climb.
That's pretty good.
Underwater exploration, man. You're going through the lost city of Atlantis on your way to Honolulu.
Subnautica. Who played Luigi in the 1993 movie version of Super Mario Bros? I want you to
shit.
take the time to imagine each one of these. Was it Luis Guzman?
subscriber.
NL can't say 27 Uajoaheo. Okay. Sure.
Got
Thank
him.
you for the subscription. Was Luigi in the 1993 movie played by James Gandolfini?
No.
Hey, I'm fucking Luigi. Was it played by Benicio del Toro, or was it played by John Leguizamo?
That one.
Yeah.
This is correct.
I really want it to be Benicio del Toro, though, so that, like, you could, like, barely understand what his character is saying. Yo, Mario was...
That's a really good Benicio.
That's as good Benicio del Toro as it's gonna get, boys. That's all.
You do know voices.
Yeah.
I didn't know James Gandolfini was dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he died like 3 years
sucks.
ago.
Yeah.
He's great.
Which
I
of
saw
these?
him on a scooter.
Which of these was? What are you? Shut. Actually, okay. This is the most bullshit story. But when I was in England, I saw a guy in London walking, and I was like, that guy looks a lot like John Goodman. And then I was like, no way. Like 2 days later, we were in the theater district, and I looked up, and John Goodman is like in a play at this theater. I don't know if it
Oh my
was
God.
him. It might have just been a man that looked like John Goodman. But I think that photons that have touched John Goodman have also touched my cornea.
Wow.
I believe it.
Which of
Could have
these
been
was?
John Goodman's playwright stunt double.
I bought a bagel right after Bruce Willis did.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got a second-hand bagel that used to be owned by Bruce Willis?
I wish. I almost fainted when I saw him.
World, which of these was not the name of an expansion pack for the original Sims game? Sims House Party, Sims Hot Date, Sims Making Magic, Sims World of Sports.
That last one.
I actually don't know if Making Magic was one, but I'm pretty sure
It
it's
was.
not World of Sports.
Probably, yeah.
It was absolutely one.
Okay.
World of Sports is the answer.
I will trust the individual who worked at GameStop,
Well played.
even like tangentially related to the release of The Sims. I'm sure you were selling hard copies of those expansions
I had
for
a
like
lot
15
of copies
years.
of those going out.
Oh yeah, Bagel, by the way.
Nah, whatever.
You don't? have to play.
Which game from the 1980s featured rooms including Spectre's Lair, Horrid Hall, and Death Tower? Was that game called Ghosts? Was it called Poltergeist? Was it called Monsters? Or was it called Ghouls?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Do you know?
I have no
Can't
idea.
influence your judgment.
I have no idea whatsoever. I'm going to
Ghouls?
phone a
you
friend
sure?
here, unless Bear
Let's
has
see
some
what
kind of magical knowledge.
Which game from the 1980s? I have no idea. No clue.